Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Eatin Cheats. I am not yet doing the dueling stove thing because I ain't been into town to get propane. So every time you go into town, it costs money. I mean, I did go in and get gas yesterday because I had to, and that cost quite enough. Thank you very much. So what I'm doing today is working some leftovers and experimenting. Because you can do that. I mean, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. What the heck? You're going to eat it anyway, but you'll learn. So, I've got eggs, I've got salsa, I've got cheese, I've got tortillas, I've got an oven. It's up around 200 degrees already. And I've discovered that these cute little bitty pans and these little bitty tortillas fit very nicely together. You just kind of shove them in there, and there you have it. Tortilla in a pan. Very simple, very easy. Rest you guys in here. So anyway, my theory is I'm going to make up a little tortilla egg dish thing because I've got some eggs. I'm saving some for hard boiling. See if we can whip up the perfect hard boiled eggs. I'll keep you posted on that one. Oh, Dad, stay. Thank you. Okay, now we take a little bowl and our couple of eggs. Friend got me some eggs, rented lips again. Eggland's Best Eggs. Used them up, but then I cannibalized the container, cut it in half, so I've got two smaller ones, easier for my fridge. And then when I do hard boil some up, I've got one that's hard-boiled and one that's not. And I'll put a little H on the hard-boiled one. Okay, let's see how well this works. Because quite frankly, I don't have a great solid edge here. Let's see if I can... Yeah, that was not a great crack, but... get out of there. There we go. Let's set you on the plate. That's what you're there for. Okay. Now the big thing, make sure there's no shell in there. Nothing can ruin a dish like eggshell. And if I find one in a fast food sandwich or something, that's it for me. That's my last bite of anything. If I find eggshell, I'm done. It's just how I roll. So I'm beating the living crap out of my little eggies here. And yes, I still have the gloves on, actually double gloves on, because it's bloody cold this morning. It was well after 9:30 before I emerged to even think about doing this. First thing I did was make my coffee. Hello, coffee. I'll try you in a sec. Okay, so we got a nice bit of eggs. We'll do a little salt and peppering. Oh, these holes are so small. Oops, not that way. That's unfortunate. Yeah, always make sure you got your hole lined up with the right where you want stuff coming out. Okay. Ooh, 300 degrees. I'm going to turn the heat down. It's not like I'm baking anything fancy or nothing. I'm just kind of cooking some eggs, browning up some cheese, browning up the tortilla on the bottom. Okay, egg mixture done. Dump it in the tortilla. Yeah, darling. That's it, just egg, salt, pepper. Boom. Throw some salsa on there. Oh, Dad. Some butt-kicking pico de gallo here. Surprised I still have some left. Thank you, neighbor. I have the best neighbors. And they're all your friends here, too. That's pretty cool. Okay, so scooping some pico into the egg mixture. Quite a bit, quite frankly, because this is some seriously good shit. Okay. And yes, I'll give you your container back when I'm done. I promise, I promise, I promise. It's a nice little container. And a nice little pico. And it's collapsible. I'll get the air out in a sec. The last step, queso. And I do have Mexican cheese shreddy stuff, but I'm in the mood for some Colby Jack this morning. It's fun. It gets all stringy and stuff. Thing about cheese, no touchy. This stuff doesn't mold until you put your fingers in the bag or touch it. So always shake it out. Never, ever stick your fingers in there. Otherwise, the bag's going to go TU before you are ready to say goodbye to it. Okay. And my personal motto, more cheese, more cheese, more cheese. You can never have enough cheese. Okay. Let's seal the bag up real good. You don't want fingers or air getting to your cheese. Not this stuff. Alrighty, so we have one old broad here, but a nice little eggy with cheesies on top and pico de gallo floating in it. We're gonna shove that in there. Let's see what happens. Oh, it's leaking a little bit, but that's not the end of the world. Because I say so. Okay. And close. Alrighty, so I'm gonna keep an eye on. Where'd you go? There you are. Hang tight. Hey. And sorry I don't have the lavalier, but I have to charge this bad boy, and same plug for both. So I'm going to keep an eye on this, and I will be back when it is hopefully perfection. I have no clue what temperature or how long it takes to cook a couple of eggs. But I figure by the time the cheese melts and there's brown around the edges of the tortilla, it should probably be okay. Because I mean, I like my eggs a little on the, not the whites, but I can handle a loose yolk. But we'll see how that turns out. I turned down the temp. It's now up to 325-ish, but holding. So I've got it at my simmer setting. Just a nice low flame, just to let it hang. So I'm just going to, check it in probably about 10 minutes, give or take, if I can wait that long. And I'll let you know how it goes. So you guys hang tight. I'm going to have some coffee and get ready to pull this bad boy out when it's ready. And I'll be back. See you in a few. Hey, all right, it's been give or take 10 minutes because I watched that whole first segment just kill time because otherwise I'd just be peeking all the time. Oh, yum. And got all this stuff set up and ready. So, in my last peek, this is actually looking fairly respectable, in my humble opinion. The center might not be 100% done. A little tough to tell, but I don't want the rest of it getting burnt because we got that tortilla in there and I don't want that just screwing up the bottom. So I am calling this done at about 10 minutes and it stayed around 325 the whole time. So there's an approximate for you. Okay, let's grab the other Muppet. Well, open this first. Can't do a whole lot with Muppets on, but you need them, otherwise you're scalding your hands and that sucks. Okay, come here, you. Come here. Alrighty. And I dare say it is nice and warm in here now. Oh, yeah. Get off. Radiating heat. Heat. Yay. Okay, so let's see if we can get this down to you. So that's what I've got there. It has poofed up nicely. Poof, 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 poof. Like I said, the center may or may not be totally done, but this is starting to get brown here, and I didn't want to risk the bottom getting all nasty. So I'm going to turn this out into this plate here. which is being held in a cute little bowl cozy. Thank you, Joy, for that as well. This thing is the bomb. It's reversible. It is so cool. And it will hold a plate as well. So it's not going to be pretty what I'm doing, but I want to see how the bottom looks. So this is not for presentation. This is an experiment. So it don't have to be purty. I got no parsley. I got none of that shit. I'm just going to go full up and see what happens. In theory, anyway. Hi, friend for you. Flop. Now there is a nice bottom. I'm pleased with that. And let's see, I can set you up here. Ooh, a nice crispy bottom. Not a soggy bottom. They're always all over that in England. So nice crispy bottom with that tortilla. Flip it over. By golly, that stayed together. That's a good sign. So there it is on plate. Let's get into this baby and see what the heck we got. Who wants to do it? Me. Okay, come here, you. Alrighty, the moment of truth. Ooh, wait a minute. She's not done yet. I gotta finish dressing her. I'm a wild woman. Breakfast ain't breakfast without some butt kicking. And yes, I know I've already got some butt kicking salsa in here, the pico, which I love pico, but I'm also absolutely insane for my tapatio. Just how I roll, kids. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh, separate, please. Okay, that is not officially not cooked in the middle. Some of that's cheesy, but that is definitely not cooked in the middle. Okay, so take one. Did not work so good. That's unfortunate. Really unfortunate. Part of it's probably okay, part of it's probably not. I gotta eat it anyway. Gotta eat it anyway. I mean, some of this looks nice and fluffy and cooked and cheesy and perfect. It's just the very center that did have a dip. I mean, I knew this was a possibility. But yeah, other than that, I mean, it looks yummy. Yes, it does. But as usual, I try my best not to eat in front of you guys, so I will be sampling this. I'll let you know in the description whether or not it sucked hugely. I mean, it might be viable. I think I can probably get this to work. Thanks for tuning in. So if you try this at home, let it cook longer. If there was a dip in the middle, let it undip. Let that poof a little. Yeah, you run the risk of maybe getting your tortilla a little browner on the bottom, but hey, if you serve it, right side down, nobody's ever gonna know, right? So there you have it. Experiment, I mean, there's never a failed experiment because you always learn something. And I learned something. Cook it longer. Maybe I should Google how long and what temperature to cook eggs. But it was an experiment. And I like to just wing stuff because if somebody tells me I can't do something, that means absolutely nothing to me. It's like, oh, you can't do that. That's not even possible. Watch me. So I just, start from scratch and work my way up. But I'm going to eat this while it's still hot and it's not that scary. I think I can hang with that. So you all have a fabulous day. Enjoy the rest of what's left of the year, which is just, a few more days. And then, yay, next year and all kinds of fun people coming out and fun stuff happening. But till then, I'm going to feed my face. Catch you kids down the road. Shutterbug out.